Good morning. Church of Christ minister Jeff Strite told about a group of psychiatry students. Their professor began a discussion to prove a point. He said, "What we're going to talk about today are the emotional extremes that many mentally disturbed people go through. For example, what's the opposite of joy?" he asked one student. "Sadness," the student answered. "The opposite of depression?" he asked a young lady. "Elation," she replied. Turning to a young man from Texas, he asked, "What's the opposite of woe?" "Well, now," the Texan drawled, "I suppose the opposite of woe would be giddy up." Oh, boy. But to be seized by fear, that's no laughing matter. The dreadful emotion that something bad is going to happen and we can't prevent it from happening. Somewhere I read that fear is like an emotional typhoon that is sweeping around the world. It leaves no continent or village, great or small, untouched. It has no respect for race, gender, age, or creed. H.P. Lovecraft describes fear as the oldest and strongest emotion of mankind. It percolates through all our thinking, damages our personalities, and makes us landlord to ghosts. Fear tells us lies, and we're inclined to believe them. So was the case with a little gal named Hannah. Now, Hannah had never spent the night in the country before and was nervous about the sounds of crickets and frogs and insects buzzing all over the place. As darkness closed in, she whined to her mother, "Mommy, everything buzzes. I'm afraid." Her mom gently replied, "Don't be afraid, darling. Remember, the angels are right here watching over you." Well, a few minutes later, little Hannah squealed out in fear. "Now what's the matter?" her mother asked. "I don't know," little Hannah said with a trembling voice, "but I think one of the angels just bit me." Now, fear can be a positive thing, preventing us from doing foolish things like risking our safety, for instance. But unbridled fear can make a mountain out of a molehill. Fear can give small, insignificant things a great big terrorizing shadow. Believers have this promise in God's Word. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Then you will experience God's peace. Try it. You'll like it. I'm Larry Hatfield. Good day.